Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kal Haloyamla Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that were well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the Akim that are pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in all truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this reaches the ears of the hopeful elect. All right, it's so through the spirit, I had a dream just this morning right before I woke up, which was nothing but about 20-30 minutes ago. Off to run a few errands, but I figured while I had the time to go ahead and speak on it while it's still fresh. But in this dream it was a group of men, all right, all out in it looked like almost like a desert. It was just a big old dirt lot. There was maybe like a building, and in the dream I don't really remember everything else that was surrounding us, but it appeared like a desert, and it was a whole bunch of men that I recognized in this truth. All right, the brothers that will upload lessons, brothers who I've seen in the highways and hedges, and we was all together. It was a lot of us. All right, it was a good amount. I'd say in the beginning it was probably close to, I'd say anywhere from like 50 men, or so. And then it was almost like a meeting, because the apostles had something to put out. Okay, and while we were waiting there, and that's another thing. Yeah, the apostles, the apostles were there too. And while we were all waiting there, Elder Apostle Tahar, he gathered everybody together, and he says his goodbyes. He was like, we had a good run, but now it's time to to depart ways, or go our ways, and so when he said that, it was like a weight, like a heavy feeling, sense of being sad, in a sense, and he's like, damn, like it's over, we're done, and that's what it kind of felt like. It kind of felt like, damn, like this is it, and all the brothers start looking at each other, a little confused, like, some were, happy, some were confused, but needless to say, we all kind of got the picture, we all kind of got the picture, and that was, wrapping things up, because, it was the end, it was the end of our ministry. And it was a bittersweet moment for everybody, because we've devoted our lives to this ministry, and to risk our lives every single day, and it's almost as if this is all we know, and we didn't want to end it, we didn't want to stop, but Elder Apostle Tahar gave that decree, like, this is it, we did it, like, this is it, we all felt that sadness come upon us. And then in my mind I was thinking, man, if we felt like this with the Elder Apostle Tahar, imagine you know, how we would have felt, you know, if it was, you know, Yahushua, you know, it was just like, wow, like, you know, that feeling that that came over us was like, damn, like it was like a breath had been taken out of you, you know, like you had to like, oh shoot, you know, and we was just thinking like, damn, like, and you know, what if it was Yahushua, you know, like, damn, that would have been even, you know, crazier, you know what I'm saying? But and then so we all kind of just, you know, sat there, you know, everybody was just kind of, you know, taking their time, you know, packing up and leaving, you know, because we was all camping out there. You know, I remember in the vision, in the dream, we all had camping tents, you know, and slowly but surely people just started packing up and just started leaving little by little until it got to like about the last 5. And the elders and apostles stood around, you know, and you know, they ended up just chilling, you know, with the few remaining that was just there. It was about 5 of us total. And then you know, he put out his, you know, if anybody got any last minute questions, or, you know, last few questions, you know, before we all leave. And so, you know, you see brothers asking questions, you know, myself, you know, wanted to ask a couple questions, you know, so on and so forth. And then that was it. You know, you said goodbye to the brother. We were saying goodbye to the brothers, you know, dapping them up, hugging them, saw brothers, you know, giving other brothers kisses on the cheek. You know, like, hey man, it was it. And I woke up and it was heavy because that dream was like, you know, the Lord put on my spirit that the Lord is about to wrap this thing up. You know, the Lord is really about to wrap this thing up, and we're right there. We're close, man. You know, we got prophecies that are really taking place, man. And this, you know, when these things are starting to happen, man, you know, because we still in this flesh, but in the spirit, we're excited. You know, in the spirit, we're excited that these prophecies are taking place, but in the flesh, it's kind of bitter, man. You know, because now you really have to be a man of your word, and everything that you was out there teaching and preaching. Okay, you're really gonna have to put it into action very soon. You know, but we just have to remain in the spirit, you know, and to have that faith and that trust in the Lord, man. Because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be, you know, cakewalk, man. But that dream was heavy. The dream was heavy, and I'm the Wadi Habash Mashai for, you know, giving me the allow me to remember it, to be able to share it, you know. But you know, I just want to bring out just a precept or two, nothing crazy, but it's definitely on my spirit to bring out Romans. Romans, that the chapter 13 and verse 11, it says, and that knowing the time that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. You know, we're getting closer and closer to the deliverance of the elect. You know, Lord willing, we be of that number. Okay. You know, the famine of the word is coming. You know, essentially all the platforms that we use to teach, you know, they're going to end up enforcing this charagma to the point where, you know, you can't be out and about unless you have this mark, man, this thing. You know, but hey, man, we're close. All right. The Lord is on his way with all his chariots, man, with all his angels. Okay, ready to execute judgment. You see? But we're at the end of this thing, man. There was another one I wanted to get. Yep, this is Luke chapter 21 and verse 25. There shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Okay, our redemption is drawing nigh. When the Lord, and He's been revealing these signs in the heavens, you know, distress among nations, things of that nature. Okay, men's hearts soon, very soon, when Jacob's trouble is in full effect, man, men's hearts are going to be failing them, man, like a woman in travail. You know, it says when these things, you know, it says look up, for your redemption draweth nigh. The Lord, you're going to see Him coming in that great cloud, you know, the fathership, you know, and then, hey man, and we're out of here. Lord willing, we be of the elect. But we're excited, man. We're excited, and though in that dream, the elder apostle Tahar put in that decree that, you know, we're going to wrap this ministry up, you know, and you know, and just continue to endure. You know, it was like we was excited, but at the same time, it was like, damn, like this is it, brothers. Like looking at each other, like we about to do this. You know, the Lord said that He was going to cleave our tongue to the roof of our mouth. Let me get it real quick. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 26. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb and shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. You see, but when I speak with thee, I will open thy mouth, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, he that heareth, let him hear, he that forbeareth, let him forbear, for they are a rebellious house. You see? So, you know, we're doing the work, we're teaching now, whether they hear or whether they forbear, but the Lord eventually, very soon, is going to cleave the tongues to the roof of our mouth, as if we're not going to speak at all. And really that's just symbolic to, you know, speaking in terms of going out and teaching this ministry, you know, and that's coming very, very soon. So, Lord willing, this was, you know, edifying, you know, exhortation, comforting, to know that, brothers, we almost out of here very soon. All right. So with that, I want to give honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakat Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the Akim that are pushing His word throughout the four corners of the earth in all truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this reaches the ears of the elect. And until next time, Shalom.